One of the best things in Dornoch is probably the pipe band that plays every Saturday night through the summer months. In fact, my grandfather and his 4 brothers were in the first uniform pipe band in Dornoch. I can't tell you what year it was, but that's where my family name came from. My dad was called Sandy Pipey, and I became Willie Pipey, but they cut short to Pipa, as most people know me now.
If I had a spare day to spend in Sutherland, well, I'd be taking it easy, maybe a walk down the beach, drive on the back roads, plenty of good forests. Yeah, just take a slow day, really.
This is actually the old back road of Dornoch. This used to be a gravel road back and forth, and back in the early 80s, my own cousin was digging here. We were working for a local firm called Edward Mackay, and they discovered this well while they were here.
Dornoch's a very popular little place. It's got a world-famous golf course, great cathedral, obviously Dornoch Castle Hotel next door, lots of good local businesses, and we're an open-door business here, so although we're not open to the public, if we're producing, the doors are open and people are welcome to poke their head in the door a little bit and see what's going on with us. You know, Sutherland's, it's one of the most beautiful parts of the world, one of the most sparsely populated places. Lots of land, lots of coast, lots of forests, great place to drive. Just a really good place to live and be. More of a country person myself, and I like everything being a little bit more slow and chilled out. And yeah, I've seen a good chunk of the world, and there's nowhere else I'd rather be, to be honest. Well, maybe a couple of places I'd try on for size for a little while, but yeah, not much else compares to up here.
To me, the best thing about living in Sutherland is the fabulous scenery that we have everywhere we look, and just basically the pace of life. I mean, to live in a county with no roundabouts, no dual carriageways, one set of traffic lights, I think, at a pedestrian crossing in Gosby, it's just tranquility to me.
In Sutherland here, as well as our own little dinky distillery, there's the great distilleries of Clynelish and Brora, with the Brora distillery recently been resurrected and production resumed just this year, and the Clynelish distillery, which replaced it, functioning since 1968-69, making some great whisky. But there's also some little weird hidden bits. Helmsdale, further north, used to have its own little distillery there, which is now a mound of rocks. But there's a good distilling history in Sutherland, and definitely worth visiting Clynelish and Brora. Gone from one distillery functioning in Sutherland to now there's 3 distilleries functioning in Sutherland. So yeah, a little bit of a Sutherland whisky renaissance there.
My favourite spot in this area is crossing the Dornoch Bridge in a northerly direction, looking at the panoramic view from the mountains on the west coast right along the Dornoch coast towards Embo. It's stunning. It's even more stunning in spring when the gorse is out. But most of all, it's saying, welcome home.